Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. If you've not been here before, I'm Spiky McElfoo, and tonight we've got a special video, which is happening through that gap there, and I'll bring you to that in a second. But what I wanted to show you first were these benches. So we got one there and one here, and it's a bit manky, but I'll get up on here in a second. We've got, I think that could be a depiction of St. David, and it's got some inscriptions on it. This one says, in rocky heritage, he bathed in the holy well, cleansing the ancient demons. And on this side, bring round here, it says, from the western edge, spreading the word. And the word ain't bird. But yeah, if this is St. David, there's a place up there somewhere called St. David's Well. I think it's St. David's Well. And I can't remember all the history about it, but we'll move on to this next bench over here as we get closer. Can't see, but through there I'm going. It's a very special video. I've been waiting to do this for a while. And this one here, I like this one better. Yeah, it's deep in the ancient wood of Weem, which is where we are. I might have to actually stand on this. Hope nobody comes. So, Weem, amid brooding rocks and hidden caves, dragons and demons, the legend grew. Which I think is pretty cool. Been here about a month, over a month, and this is the first time I've noticed this. So it could be solid granite, maybe. I don't know. I don't know my rocks and stones. But yeah, I just had to show you these picnic tables. There's a wee car park here. There's all walks. Last video, I was way up there somewhere. Not up the tree, but I'll show you in a second roughly where I was. So, that's something in the bushes. Loads of, oh, nearly swore there. Loads of deer and squirrels and all that up there. There is a squirrel that I've seen a couple of times. Got red squirrels, what we get around here. And this particular squirrel has got a really bright bushy tail on it, which I'm hoping to get photographs of sometime. Oh, is that something through there? No, it's just a tree stump. But yeah, on to what we are going to do tonight. So this is where we are going tonight. I think I can zoom in, can I? Don't know how to work this. There we go. This is not focusing in properly. This is Castle Menzies, and we are going on a ghost hunt. Oh, that was just me smoking, sorry. Do not smoke, people. Now, I'll tell you a wee bit about this castle. It is a 16th century castle, restored during the 20th century by the Menzies clan. The castle is the seat of the chiefs of Clan Menzies for over 400 years. Situated in a strategic location, it was involved in much of the turbulent history of the Highlands. Bonnie Prince Charlie was here on his way to Culloden in 1746, and then just after that, the Duke of Cumberland. I don't know how many people are going to be on this tour. There's a car coming past. There might be somebody going for a tour as well. They do ghost tours once a week on a Wednesday. 2 tours, one at 6 and one at 9. So I'm definitely going on 9 o'clock one. It was a bit dark there. So yeah, is there any? I'll tell you what. I'll just show you what I've been reading off. I'll zoom out so it's better. There. If you want to pause so that you can read this, then go ahead. There we go, there's another car coming down. So I shall bring you back once I'm in the castle. I forgot to say that the tour is about an hour and a half. And they do, whoever it is, tell stories and that, and on the website it says that I can't record during the stories for some reason. I think they're trying to copyright the stories or some rubbish like that. So the bits that I can record I will show you, and I'll be taking photographs as well. The equipment I've got is just this phone that I'm using to video. Got another phone which I'm going to use as a voice recorder, and also a digital camera which I'll take the odd photograph and see what we get. So yeah, I've got another half an hour before the tour starts, so I'm just going to wander around a wee bit, get a few photos of the outside, and whatever photos that I get I shall show at the end of the video. So stick around to then. And if you find yourself enjoying this video, then please leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and if you want to see more ghost hunts, then let me know in the comments. This is going to be my very first one that I've done, and I've been waiting to do this for for ages. There was supposed to be a few of us from our work coming on this, but 2 were paid off, or sacked really. That I'll get into another video. I'm going to do another one at the weekend. I just remembered actually, where I was videoing the last one, if you watched it, I was, where's my finger? I was up there somewhere, along that way a bit. Don't know exactly which spot, but yeah. So yeah, there's 2 people that were supposed to come on were sacked. One's working, and the other one said that he didn't want to leave his dog on his own for too long. He's only a puppy and he tends to chew a lot, but I think he's just pussied out. So I shall bring you back inside the castle.
Are one of the soldiers in here? You can hear it in your reading, we can see in the reading that you're here. Could you come closer? Could you make a noise? You know that we come with the utmost respect. I've told your side of the story. You come up to this meter, to the green light, and we'll know that you're back. We'll know that you're here. Could you make a noise? Thank you. Thank you very much. Can you come a bit closer, please? Sometimes.
That was the light.
Oh, but she's struggled.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll be walking about and you won't find anything on the meter until you're outside.
It's really cold over here.
And you feel the cold.
So I don't know whether it's because I'm by the door.
Well, the door's
I'm
not got
very
any
cold.
airflow into it, so there shouldn't be any.
No.
It's not like the windows open at the
Just
meter's
this
going
side.
now. Yeah,
It feels very cold.
that's quite common again. And it's quite common not to find anything until you go up to a female, and then you'll find the meter will flash for saying a female.
You feel my hand. This one's warm, and those fingers are cold.
Yeah, well, I don't want you, I was telling you.
Oh.
properly.
Okay, I think we'll leave them to it.
Have you taken a couple of photos in here? Yeah. Where do those steps go to?
I'll show you the next room we go to.
Right,
I'll
okay.
explain about them. We've got great strong reasons.
Yeah, it's really, really strong in here.
Mhm. Okay, I think we'll leave them alone. What's the head to me come out again? Because again, it's very low.
Oh, that's fine, I like that on that. Thing there.
You have to stay down in the vaults, please. Thank you. Don't follow us. That's the main door, the old door coming in, so you can see what we've got in the opening there.
Ah, right, okay.
And then the very last story I'm going to tell you. I do think that you're actually a bit of Kennedy face, I think. You know,
He has, yeah.
if I saw her up here, I don't think it'd be look right.
You know, you smell like it's like wax.
And maybe the candles we bought, we were unaware that a couple of them smell of vanilla, so.
It smell like melting wax.
Well, I'll tell you what, the candles downstairs, when we've left Scott, will blow them out. So
Right,
maybe
right.
that come from upstairs.
When
That's
you, when you were talking, I did hear a tap coming from around that area there beside the chair.
Did you?
Yeah, I don't know if it was you moving about
Uh-huh.
or what, but it was just like one single tap.
That's interesting.
Is there a story about the chair? This is very mad.
Is it? Yeah. It's quite unusual. We don't really get too much activity in the meters up here in this room. The chair, I think it was perhaps one of the chief's chairs, but what to do is ask Scott, he'll meet us at the end of the tour. Because we don't tell you about the history of the castle, that we just tell you. Because we encourage you to come back to the castle when it's open.
Yeah.
You know, then you get the history of the castle. Just like to come this way.
If I get to stay here for this job, I'll be here quite a lot, so.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah. I've got 4 people back home wanting proof of paranormal, so.
Excellent. You'd just like to put your meter on the green light, we'll know that you're here. Could you play the piano key again? Could you make a noise? Could you... I think one of us. Could you pull our clothing or hair? It's quite strange because my wife did that mini vigil about 2 or 3 weeks ago now. That lady that was downstairs having stones thrown at her, she came up here and the EMF meter was going off. She felt very uneasy. The EMF meter was going off right beside her, and for some reason, I don't know how they came around on this conclusion, but they concluded that one of these soldiers had followed her up the stairs. Now, my wife was talking to the clan chief in here, and he asked, is it one of these, my wife asked, is it one of these soldiers? And the thing flashed into the red, which we have for yes. Yes, and my wife said, can you get rid of the soldier? And it hit no, so we think that the soldier's more powerful energy force than the clan chief. And it's maybe because they're angry. Maybe that energy force is so powerful. Was that you at the meter? Could you come tell us it again? Was it one of the soldiers that was up here that night? Affecting that young lady? How do you feel in here? Do you like it?
I do keep getting a faint smell of. It reminds me when they used to go to me grand's, and they have the cigarettes, and if you open them up, you can smell the raw tobacco.
Tobacco, yeah.
Very faint, keeps coming across me.
That's interesting. Because people that say, talk about it, it's not like a modern sort of smoky smell, it's quite it reminds them of something in the past. It's not like, you know, like it's not, it's a smoker. You know,
And there's a hint of wood smoke, but then I keep thinking, isn't it? You know what I mean? Because we smelt it back at the cottage when the fires were there.
Well, that's again. Is it you that's making this gentleman smell the smoke or the tobacco? Did you like a cigarette when you're in here, or a pipe or a cigar? I've been told that one's flashing.
Tobacco could be me, because I smoked before I came along, so.
Alright, okay. I've been told that you like a brandy. You like a brandy? Oh, it's flashing. Yeah, yeah. Right. You like a brandy? You're not a whiskey man. That's, have we getting yes or no questions? You know, like a brandy goes up, not a whiskey man stays
So you
clean.
said
Just,
that,
as soon as you said
yes.
brandy,
Yes,
yeah.
Brandy.
Well, thank you very much. You know that we always come here with the greatest of respect. We love your castle, and we're just interested in you and the people who lived here in the past. Thank you very much. We'll go next door, I think.
It was about 30 seconds before he said about the guy's leg, I started feeling the heat, as if the fire was on.
That is strange. I'm very interested how you feel here.
Just
Oh,
going to take
go this way.
a picture with flashing.
Yeah, so my 2 seconds.
The body in here. Do you feel that, Tom?
I don't feel that in a minute.
No.
No.
I like this room. If you were to say to me, stay the night in the castle, I'll give you £100 and you can choose a room. This would be the room I'd choose. I like it, it's nice and light. It's got a nice feel to it, I think.
Yeah.
There's one room in the castle that I wouldn't stay in if you give me £1,000 and you had to tell me to stay in that room. There's no way I'd stay in that room. And I'll show you that later on in the tour. That corridor would have been right at the back of the big room, so that maids and that wouldn't have to go through the pink room and the smoking room to get into here. You know, it'd be a sort of service corridor. Before you come out, you can maybe have a wee look at what we think was a private chapel for Mary Queen of Scots. It's a tiny wee room, just at the back of this wall. And if you look in this glass cabinet, you see a bust of the hand of Mary Queen of Scots. Yeah, it's going up to the...
Okay.
Right, the cabinet here, please.
Oh, jeez. I didn't realise it was this, I got a fright there.
So you've got your own YouTube channel, have you?
Yes, I do, yeah. This is my first ghost hunt on it,
Oh,
so.
well, what do you normally put on it?
It's usually gaming,
Alright.
and I'm going to be doing some camping and fishing stuff as well.
Cool. My son will probably be interested in watching, he loves the gaming. You know. Just watch your head as you come through here, it's quite a narrow ceiling. Another very common feature we have in here is when I'm talking, people stood near the door will complain of hearing a conversation out the staircase. And first we thought it might be my echo because it seems to stop when I stop talking, start when I start talking again. So one night we had tour guides on the stairs to see if it was my echo, and they said it wasn't my echo. They could hear it, but it was like female voices, but it was very dim. It wasn't enough sort of to see what was heard. The last manager, a man called John, an ex-major in the army, twice he was working in the castle late at night on his own, and he heard a lullaby being sung in Gaelic. So there is a lot of audio in the castle. Again, I always say when we do the tours, we can't guarantee things will happen, But you know, when you do happen, sometimes it's quite sort of subtle.
Yeah.
We sort of we've heard taps, creaks, bangs.
I don't know if there's a draft coming in the window.
Windows open.
Yeah, the window's open.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling like cold air around like my face,
Right.
sort of. Yeah, so I don't know if it's a draft or.
I'm not feeling anything here, but you know, because the window's
Talking
open.
about that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
And that's
notice
window
it is
outside
open.
as well,
Yeah,
isn't it? So,
yeah,
but
could be that.
it depends how cold it is, because I wouldn't think that the air that outside was that cold. You know what I mean? If you feel it really cold air, or just a little bit colder than it is in here.
It's a little bit colder than what it is in here, but as I said, I don't know if it's the window or not.
Yeah.
Don't know which way the breeze is
Yeah.
coming in.
But because I can't feel any breeze at all. Even from here, there's nothing moving the curtain. Well, there is that, but I don't know if that was me, but you know, I can't. You know, if you put your hand there, you can't feel any breeze coming in.
No.
Uh,
I did sort of, you know, before you said about somebody, I was like, what's going on behind there?
did you think you said something behind the curtain? Did you?
And then I thought, that's just the window. That's what I was. So something just made me look. Because as you said, it's not obvious that there's anything bothering you,
Yeah.
but you just sort of think, what's going on behind there?
Okay. The bed is quite interesting. A lot of people will comment how sort of short it is for a modern sort of person. But at one time in Scotland, it's probably the case throughout the UK actually, that you wouldn't sleep flat because you were scared that if you were sleeping flat, the Grim Reaper would mistake you for dead and come take your soul. So you'd actually sit sitting up, you sleep sitting up.
See, that's why I sleep like that.
Yeah, it's quite disturbing.
Just watch the step as you come out here.
One moment while I capture this one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Martian. Oh, my camera keeps going off. Need a brush. Want me to close the door or?
No, they usually won't. I think you were telling me before the tour that you've got a gift there about nature, so I think that's why your meter's going off so much. I really do, because it's going off in rooms that we really don't have the meters going off in very much. It's been constantly going off for the tour, so I think it's you. I was wondering though if it's perhaps something in the castle, or maybe something that you brought with you. Do you think? You know, sometimes when we do these things, a member of our family's past will come with us, almost to offer protection.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That room back there, one where you said the children were born in that room. Don't know whether it was my imagination, but I was tasting blood.
Tasting blood. That's interesting. Yeah.
There's some shadows in that doorway. If I put the camera on to video it, and it's possibly just the light in the camera. But in the doorway, on the floor, there was a reddish, sort of pulsating,
Is that right?
very faint,
Yeah.
but there was something in that doorway that you could see on the camera, just in there.
That's interesting because we've already had somebody.
Did you get this? Did you get
Yeah.
it?
We've had somebody tell us of a red light seen in that room before.
Nope, sorry, I didn't do the flash at all.
Yeah.
It was kind of probably
That's
sort of pinky
yeah, I can see it. I can see it moving. I can't make it light so much, but you can see the movement. That is really strange.
But I don't know whether it's just the way that the camera focuses and it's constantly trying to focus.
Yeah.
It was just in that
Just in that space, isn't it? Strange. I was up here one night, and again I was putting candles down, and one of these glass cabinets was a crash. The glass cabinet, as I was walking past it, really strange. I was at this side, so we were away from the cabinet.
This could have been you walking the
Couldn't
castle.
get me walking past it, no. Just be careful with that. Because we do it so often, because we're here, you know, once, sometimes we get private bookings 2-3 times a week. We know the place really well, so we know if that would be something that we would.
Which mailbox?
Yes,
It's like when you get up to go to the toilet in the night and you know which floor. Next bathroom that way.
I would walk in and try to sneak in around the mum and dad, don't you? Right, yeah. Just be careful with the step, yeah.
Did you take any photos of that room?
Yeah, I've got a few up.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Room was open, it's strange because he says a red light, because we've already had a red light before. We were in that room, and there was a gentleman, and it was a lot darker, and he said to me, he goes, "Is there an alarm next door? Because I could see a red light dancing around in the corner, and there's no alarm in here." So strange that you're also seeing a reddish, pinkish light, you know?
It was like a glow, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. What drew me to it first was the fact there was some shadows in that doorway, but you could see the light coming through it and that. And then that sort of just started to dance in that doorway. That's why we zoomed in on it.
So he said, "No," I said, "it wasn't the castle at all. The door of that cupboard can swing open sometimes, and it's not that the doors work for that, we've been doing it all the time. And one night we were in here on a tour, and I was talking about it, and guess what happened? The doors started to swing open, everybody freaked out."
It's weird that you said that, because I got drawn to looking at that way, and I was just going to see if it was, like when you first started talking, I was like, is that going to move, or?
Yeah, Scott makes a point to shut every time he's in here, and he say that often he'll come back and you know there's no one in the castle, it'll be open again. I said if that was a fault, we would. I'd be doing it all the time. Some of the mediums that come with the ghost hunting groups, they tell us that there's a chief on the bed. He's lying there, he's been wounded, either in battle or they think he might have fallen or been kicked by a horse. And when he sees us, he gets quite agitated. We have been in here once, and it looked like there was a sort of dimple in the middle of the bed, and we had a thermometer with a laser. We put it on one side of the bed, and it read a certain temperature. That side, same temperature. The middle where this indentation was, it was a lot colder. Often our EMF meter will go off on the bed, because this chief, when we come in, he doesn't like it, we should be here. He's not used to people being in his room. So he can't understand why his bodyguards aren't throwing us out. Of course, they're not here, he doesn't understand that. He's very weak, he's been in bed for weeks. He tries to say something to us, can't hear him. He pulls himself up onto his elbows. Again, he's trying to talk to us, he's trying to say something. Again, his throat's very dry. There's barely a little more than a squeak that comes out. He's now getting more and more agitated, more angry. He now pulls himself up. It's a struggle. He's now sitting upright. He's furious, his face is all red. You can see the veins in his head. He's trying to tell us something. Get it! He screams across the room. So perhaps we should do as the chief asks and leave him in peace. I do that now when I walk into our killed. We've got a story from Aberfeldy, and it's a woman who is attacked by this Highland spectre. And of course she did the screaming that, and there was one night, it was 3 weeks ago, there was a pregnant woman in front of me, a very elderly couple there, and a dog that looked like a pounce on the face, and they gave it a fight there, so just to be half-hearted.
I wouldn't like to use that.
No, I would like to have me do that after.
That was a hum in there, definitely.
And the funny.
It feels quite active. This wasn't going off much, but it does feel quite active, like something was walking around.
Yeah. Do you think?
Where in this room is it?
No.
I know the windows are open elsewhere, but
Yeah.
this one just feels. And when I first came here and I stuck my nose in there, I just thought, "Phew." And they must be clean this.
Yeah.
But it
You can smell it.
smells like somebody just.
See, I'm a big believer almost dimensions. I'm a believer that in here we might not be visible, but there might be people living in here, and we can't see them and they can't see us.
Yeah, just that split dimension.
There's a great story from America where somebody walked into the room. There's two elderly gentlemen dressed like in the Civil War period, and one with another one and said, "Did you see that?" And they were surprised at seeing this guy who saw these two gentlemen.
Yeah.
So it was like both sides thought they saw a ghost. Yeah, it's amazing. So I think that's where the spells come from, you know. Maybe just the spells moving through these tiles.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a bit higher than
Mine that at the top there.
Now this hasn't happened for a very, very long time. It's only happened a couple of times. But sometimes the last two people leaving this room will complain of hearing a mocking or sinister laugh behind them. So if it happens tonight, I'll be absolutely delighted, but I'll go in first. This was the step easy to come out. Yeah, I was getting that. So a lot of the time we'll maybe put it on, you know.
I got something on my leg. The flash off my leg.
Funny, I've just seen somebody hanging up in the rafters there, and I had a look up. Of course, there's no one there. One of the reasons I think this is so active is it used to be a baronial court. So one time the clan chiefs had the power of pit and gallows over their clansmen, so people would have been sentenced to death up here. So you can imagine the negative sort of atmosphere that would create. But it's interesting, I had another medium, and she said, she goes, I sense something completely different. I sense a joyous occasion up here. I sense like it's sort of love and joy, but this is where they do the weddings in now. So I wonder if that's sort of, through time, this might sort of replace the negative feelings. But I think it would be quite interesting if more and more people start to sense that. Now remember we were at the bottom of the stairs and I told you to look at the gun hole. Well, when I first started doing the tours, the manager at the time was a guy called John Jack. He's a lovely, big, kind-hearted man, and I really liked him. And he told me this story. He said, he's a bit of a character. And he said, before I started the tours, he said, one winter, he says, I was painting down the stairs and got a phone call. 3 women wanted a tour around the castle. So I said to them, the castle's shut for the winter, but what I'm doing is if you come to the back door, I'll let you in, you can have a wee walk about and a wee look where I'm painting as long as you look out for the wet paint. So John waited for them, he then heard their voices, so he went down to the stairs and he thought it'd be funny to shoot his arm out that gun hole, grab one of the women and scream at the same time. And that's what he did. He then ran down the stairs, opened the door, one had fainted, the other one had peed herself, and the third one was sobbing hysterically. And all 3 women were in their 80s. So it's maybe a good idea to know your audience before you try and fight that. So ladies and gentlemen, what we'll do now is we'll walk down the stairs into the kitchen, we'll meet Scott again, we'll say your good nights, and that's what we'll do. So be very, very careful on the staircase. It's getting a bit dark now, so maybe if you use a banister, and just take your time.
Just take some pictures of you.
Yes, I feel free. Often people get arms in this room and take photographs, so keep an eye for that. It's very interesting. So when you feel the dog, do you think it's haunted?
Yes, it is. Yeah, there's definitely something here.
Yeah. basically in the castle, me, my wife and my brother. He's a bit of escape, not everywhere, but it's sleeping that. He's going up there and doing all the one.
Can I try something with, see if we get any response with the EMF? I told yourselves before we came in, I was standing outside the front beginning of last week, and you probably think I'm weird now with this, but I introduced myself to whoever was watching and started to walk off, and my phone, this one that I'm using just now, kept switching off and on and off and on and off and on, and it was a full battery before I came out, and when it eventually went back on, it was down to 25%. So I was just wondering if there was somebody in here that was messing with my phone, or
There has been a figure seen in that track outside.
yeah, it was just right at the front.
Right. Yeah.
And it was weird 'cause my phone's never done anything like that before.
In the castle history, I know that it was attacked by and burned down by the Stuarts, so I presume there would be deaths at that time, there would be people killed.
But not getting any response from the EMF, so
It's strange. It's interesting, though. It's really interesting.
it was, because I watch a lot of programs and they say that electronics can be affected.
That's right.
But it was just weird that it wouldn't go on, but it was about 3/4 of an hour after, and then it was down to 25% battery.
And you get that a lot, you know, you get your phone and it just won't focus at all on anything in some rooms, and then other times it'll be perfectly okay. It's almost like, you know, your phone's got an automatic focus. It's almost like it's trying to focus on something very near to you that you can't see, but the phone can obviously pick up. So I hope you get to keep your job.
Yeah, so do I,
It's an amazing place along the river. It's really, really old, isn't it? It's,
That's what really
Plus the area, I'm just falling in love with the area.
The guy said to me once, that he used to sleep on beds, and the cheapest room is you just got a bed with a header, like the header mattress, you know. So I don't know if you've heard about it or what.
Yeah, well, as I said, when I can't remember what his name is, the manager says that people are saying that it's been bought and the deal went through. Some are saying the deal didn't go through.
Because it was a guy who lived in the house opposite was doing it up, wasn't he? Because we went to speak to him. Because he thought when the hotels done up, he might be able to offer packages, you know, for the tour and a bed for the night. So he must have decided to sell up.
But if they do keep me on, I'll definitely try and promote this place for you.
So when do you think it'll be open to the public, you know?
Not sure. So, that's the tour finished just now. You see the hotel up closer, the hotel, castle. Don't know if I caught anything on video, but I did feel a few things. I've seen a big orb and some shadows, so once I go through the footage, I'll mark anything that's been found, and I'll also add all the photos. I did notice that it was quite dark, the video, so I didn't want to use the flash too much, so I'm going to just wait for the car passing. So that was it. Wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be. I didn't hear, well, I heard a couple of noises, but yeah, hopefully I find something in the video. One last look. Focus in, it's not going to focus in. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, then as I said before, please like, subscribe if you're new around here, and hopefully I'll explain in the next video that I do about my job. There's some stuff happening and I might not be in this area for much longer, so hopefully I can get another ghost tour in before I go. Yeah, there's a view from here. There was a deer, we did see a deer in this field when we were on the tour. Be around somewhere. But yeah, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Take it easy everybody. Forgot to say, I ended up only using my phone for video and some photos on my digital camera. I didn't actually use my other phone for voice recording because I've only got two hands. I can't hold three things at once, so yeah, there's no voice recording. Maybe in the next one I might do a voice recorder as well. So yeah, take it easy everyone.